Hey everybody. So I'm going to show you the pretty part of the garden first. This is the back gardens. Welcome to May 2021. We're going to see how we're doing. Molly's going to hang out with us. We have some junk in our yard. It blew in today. The wind was crazy today. But I'm going to show you the positive aspects first. So here's the plantain. I've got some coming back here. And then I've got a big batch coming back in here. One of the things I have learned about growing plantain is to just let it spread. Let it go where it wants to go. So like over here, huge batch coming in. I didn't plant it there, but really I can use all the plantain I can get. It's already ready to start harvesting a bunch. So I'll be doing that this week, I think. Our climbing roses are looking nice and tall. And we've got some little buds gonna happen on them. And also, I'm sure you've noticed, I'm not in the fancy version of a tour. I'm hoping to get the fancy version for the desert cottage garden this month. And then next month, I'll be adding the fancy version. Anyway, that's looking really good. And the muscadine, look, it's coming back. So I was really concerned that I lost it because it just didn't look really great, but it's got some lovely new growth. It's looking really good. The goal is for it to grow up there. Oh my goodness, just see the wind caught that. What a mess that made. Man, that's all tied up. I'll have to fix that later. This little rose down here is concerning me. It looks to me like it got scorched, like it's, got too hot, but we'll have to see. And then I've got another muscadine going there, but I'm actually thinking I'm going to transplant it because I would like to have it on this wall, because on the other side of that fence is the kiddo's side, and that's why I'm growing muscadines, is for him. Molly, is he digging a hole? Molly got a partial hairbrush yesterday, so she's slightly improved, so that's good. And then our little setup over here is just so lovely. It's just so pretty to look at. That's another fountain which is not on yet. I've got to run all the stuff for it, so I just haven't done it. And I love how my neighbor put up an umbrella that matches everything. Isn't that funny? So this muscadine's doing really well as well. I'm really happy with that. And then we've got some strawberry plants in there too. And this is that tower. And I have to say I'm only half pleased with it. I've lost half of the plants that I put in there, but I believe I wasn't watering it properly. So I'm going to put in more plants. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow to go get more plants, and then I will see if it was me or if it just doesn't work here. It could be that it dries out too fast here, just for our area. I'll experiment on it a little bit. And the aspen trees here are looking really lovely, and that Leland cypress is just perfect. I love this little spot. And then back here, I've got some lavender already starting to bloom. And I plan on putting more lavender in here. And then the raspberry bush is coming back to life. It does like to run, man. I have to really keep an eye on that thing because it likes to pop into the other beds. And last year I didn't get very many berries off of it, so I'm just gonna see what it does this year. I don't know if I'm gonna give up on it, but I'm proud that I have grown a raspberry bush here for more than one season. I have never accomplished that here. Every one I've put in has died. This one did not, so I'm very proud of that. I do believe that this tree is going to be going away. When I put it in, we just didn't have any green happening, and I wanted some evergreen in that area, and I overplanted, but that's okay. And it also is a different tree than I thought it was, so I don't think it's going to work there. So I think I'm going to be taking that out and really filling that whole area with lavender. And as you can see, the Mexican feathergrass has spread here as well, so I've got to be pulling some of that out And it's like, oh, I'll show you how crazy it is over here. This is going to be the corn bed, and it is almost ready. It's a little late to be putting the corn in, but I'm going to put it in anyway. But I have a little tipping problem with this, so it needs to be attached to the wall, and I want to do that before I go ahead and plant the corn. And you know, we do have a longer growing season here on the back end, so I'm still going to try it even though it's a little bit late. And this rose has got lots of lovely buds getting ready, and the hollyhock back there is looking green, so I'm hopeful it'll be back this year. The lemon balm looks really healthy and happy, and this one looking pretty good too. Okay, so we're gonna look at the crazy Mexican feathergrass situation. And as I have pointed out, I've only put in 8 plants. That's all I did, was 8 plants. And now we have fields of it, and it's just so pretty. So pretty, but it's blocking my pathways, and I do get worried about snakes. So I've got to pull. Actually, you have to dig them. Once they get to be about this size, you got to start with a shovel, so I'll do that. I did add some water features this year. I love that. It's so pretty and peaceful, and I still need to hide all the cords. This was the one I had originally, and I don't know why, but it's turning green even when I put the stuff in it. I don't know what the deal is. And then this one here, which I plan on adding the bamboo little fountainhead, because then it'll all match. It'll look pretty. And then up here, my apple tree. So this is the regular apple tree, and it has some baby fruit on it. Come take a peek. Here we go. I saw it earlier. Yep, there it is. Look, we have apples. I just love it when I get apples, any kind of fruit. And this rose, who just acted like it's going to die every year, looks fantastic this year. It's the year of the rose. Okay, part of my mess. So, got a bunch of junk back here that I'm using to suppress weeds. And then I'm going to put composted mulch on it. And I actually kind of forgot that's what I was going to do. So I thought I was done getting composted mulch, and I was wrong. All of this grass has got to go. It's out of control. This peach tree is looking super healthy, but it does not have very much fruit on it at all. I've looked and looked. I think I found 4 peaches. And I believe it's because we had a warmer winter than we should have. And when I cut it back, it was too late. So I believe I cut off too much new growth. But it looks super healthy this year. We're going to get a handful of peaches off of it. And we'll make sure, because normally you should do the trimming in February, which is what I did. But next year I'll make sure I do it in January instead of February. But it's already like huge. And it's so beautiful. And it adds so much shade to our area and privacy. It's really nice. And this is a semi-dwarf peach tree. And it actually has quite a few more peaches on it than its big neighbor. So who knows? So, okay, I'm going to try to come back through here. I need to move this one branch. Okay, guys. So remember I moved the hammock over here on Speedy Stacy? And I'm telling you, best placement ever. Wish I had done that years ago. Of course, the aspen trees weren't big, but today I was out here working. I got tired. I sat down on the hammock and I fell asleep. And it was so pleasant because the wind was blowing through the Quaker trees, and it's a super private, quiet place, and lots of shade from the aspen trees. It was so wonderful. So my dear friend, you know who you are, who gave me the hammock stand. I love you. Okay, so this is the Honeycrisp apple tree that I was worried about, remember? Look at it. It's huge. It has grown so much since I showed it to you. We weren't sure if it was going to have life. And remember, I showed you, oh, there's a little tiny bit. And now it's fabulous. Of course, you know, it won't produce fruit for about 4 or 5 more years. They take a very long time to produce the fruit. Okay, so here's the tomatoes that you saw me planting with the eggs. And they're looking okay. They're not fabulous yet, but you know, it's early. I'm moving some of my garden supply stuff over here. I'm kind of hoping to put a little shed back here for the garden supply stuff. Okay, are you ready? Let's go look at the mess. Okay, so there's the frame of the new studio. Lotion making place. Cottage. That's what I'm calling it. It's the cottage. But it is at its standstill. My poor friend. He's got to recover. And so it's all on pause because we are going to make sure he does it when he's ready. But here's the mess. Oh my goodness. Josie. It's traumatic. It's really hard to function. I did move some things around today and it's better, but it's still horrible. So we have all these pieces laying here because we're going to reuse them. We're reusing the shingles, even though I have a special plan. Actually, the kiddo came up with a special plan for the roof. Also, the dormer that's coming out, it's going to have a peaked roof on it as well. And you can see where the window's been marked. That's where the window's going to go. But we're reusing all these pieces. So, you know, we're doing it as ecologically sound as possible and also economically and, you know, strong. So, and we do have one door attached that was put in right before my friend had his accident. So we've got one in and the other one's waiting. So it's going to be a double glass door, so that will add light in there. So I'm real excited about that. But oh my goodness, I have such a mess over here. So it's been a little bit hard to focus on getting food growing. Oh, also that bed back there, that one right there is where I planted the other day. Molly, are you sitting in your sand? She likes sitting in her sand. The other day I planted there melon, green beans, and saffron. That's what's in there. And then I did put my rose right there, climbing rose. And then back against that wall, I put in some squash and some sunflowers. And we'll see how that does. We'll see. Oh, there's Molly again in her sand. That's why I never get rid of the sand, because she loves it so much. And then in the summer, I put the little pool there. So, and I don't know if we'll get to it this year or not, but so everything that was inside the shed is out here, plus a lot of the business boxes. They're in safe places, but shipping things and all the paints that I had stored in there. So they all have to find new homes, and we're working on that. It's chaotic. So I'm just gonna do a little more organizing so that I can function a little better. Molly's bed is up here on the pile. We're gonna try to get a little more organized so that, like I said, I can function better. And then eventually it'll get done. But we're starting to come into evening. All the little lights are coming on. I do love my little lights. And I like the lights the neighbors have on their little thing. It's really cute. We've had hummingbirds visiting. We've had songbirds everywhere. And we have attracted a crow, which the kiddo has wanted to attract crows. But I'm not sure if he's going to stick around because the other birds were yelling at him and Molly wasn't sure what to do about all that. So, haven't seen him again. Yellow kayak used to be on the shed. I'm thinking I might hang it on that wall back there behind the hammock. I don't know yet. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great evening out there and enjoyed the little twilight tour. And yeah, the grass is looking a little rough. Always does this time of year. There's some nice clover patches coming in, and I will keep seeding that every chance I get till we have mostly clover. All right, have a great night, guys. Bye.